Hello and welcome back to Football Manager. We've now made it to the FA Trophy 5th round, where we are playing Hereford. Is it United or Town? Doesn't tell us. Brilliant. We're playing Hereford. We have already played Hereford this season, as if you watched earlier on in the season's episodes, we played in the FA Cup, and we beat them thanks to a penalty from Tyrone O'Neill. But since then, we've done really, really well in the league. We've been unbeaten in the league post Harrogate Town since post Harrogate Town, really. And as such, we're now clear by 16 points in the league. But that's nothing really to shout about in theory, because Hereford are in the National League North. That's nothing to worry about. We don't need to worry about how well we're doing, how well they're doing. We're in the league above them. This should not be a difficult match to win by any stretch. And as such, we need to win. Because if we don't win, then A, we won't reach the semi-finals, which is what we need to do. B, we're going to have no chance to win the FA Trophy in this series unless we somehow lose our 16-point advantage and do not get promoted this season. Or C, I leave Halifax Town next season, end up with a League 2 side, or end up with the promotion playoff winning side from this league and get relegated again with them. We're not going to win the FA Trophy any other season, so this is our possibly last ever chance at winning it this season. We didn't manage to do it with Boston United because we were a bit unlucky in the FA Trophy. We never made it past the 4th round. So with Halifax, we need to change that. So, for today's game, there are a few players out injured, such as Carrington, Allen and Gatcher, with Mayer recovered but still in rehabilitation. Paris McComa picked up a slight knock in the training between the Hartlepool game and the previous match. As such, he's still not fully fit. And other than that, this is probably our best team we've got. We have got a new player on the team, technically, Justin Johnson. He is a £4,500 signing from Grimsby. And I didn't sign him, he was signed by the director of football, and he's not a bad signing, really. I mean, looking at his stats, he's not really that bad. He's got potential to be a League 2 right winger, perfect, that's where we're going next season, that's fine, it's all good. He's already National League quality now. He probably, I'd admit, isn't the best right winger at the club, but seeing as only 2 of the players ahead of him are actually going to be playing at right wing, he's perfect to be a backup. Because Carrington's first choice, Alpha's second choice, Justin Johnson's third choice, then you've got Allen's fourth choice. Guevara is on the left wing, Gatcher is striker, left wing or centre attacking mid, same as O'Neill. I mean, there are a lot of options available, of course. The reason he was actually signed though was because we needed a new striker, and technically he can play as a striker, just apparently not very well, because as you can see we haven't got an actual permanent striker. If we just filter out all of the on loan players, we haven't actually got any strikers signed to this club except for in the under 18s, where we do have an under 18 striker in Sam McClellan, but he's not good enough. He's really not good enough. He's a 1.5 star player. Admittedly, some potential to be a League 2 player, but for now, he doesn't have that ability. So we are going to need to sign a new striker next season. And let's get rid of that on loan or trial thing there. Right, so let's submit the team. Let's go forward into this match, of course. And see a sign the number to Justin Johnson. 5 changes between this match and Hartlepool because of how close they were together and how much the fitness problems have occurred. So here we go. Hereford are lining up as follows: Brandon Hall in goal with Jason Pope, Adam Biz, Dan Ball, Keaton Ward, Matthew McDonald, Johnson Giamphy, Tom Owen Evans, Ryan Lloyd and Demarilio Brown Sterling, with captain Jamie Grimes. Whilst on the bench they have Paul White, Daniel Lowy, Samir Nabi, Ty Duggan and Luke Bahia, whilst Halifax Town have Marcin Brzezowski in goal, with Daniel Oyegoki and James Penrice as fullbacks, with captain Alex Kirk and David Agbontahoma in centre defence. William Tomlinson and Francis Vincent are in the centre of midfield today, with Oddie Alpha and Tyrone O'Neill acting as the wingers, beside Max Robson as the centre-back midfielder, with Ryan Hillier up front. On the bench today we have Justin Johnson, Jack Hobbs, George Nugent, Oscar Terenzi and Guevaro, with referee Robert Massey Ellis. And I'm going to point my finger and say that the media have given a lot of credit. I'm not going to pump fists. I think being assertive in a match that you're supposed to win is better than being enthusiastic. Free kick from Hereford to Ward now. Ward plays it forward to Gamphy, who's in the box, gets across, but thankfully it's blocked by, I believe that was possibly Agbontahoma by the height of the player. Ball now, the ball over the top for Brown Sterling, chests it down just outside the box, gets across in, but Penrice heads it away only as far as Ward. Pope now with the ball into the box, and Lloyd slots the ball home after 3 minutes, and Hereford are 1-0 up. And to be fair, the defenders did what they could. Penrice heading the ball clear there, but the player that was supposed to be marking Pope, number 4, let him go, and that was Tyrone O'Neill. He's not a defender by any means, and as such he didn't do enough of a job. Alex Kirk, slightly too short to be headering alongside the player that headed the ball down to Lloyd. So yes, some of the defence did perfectly, others did not. Tomlinson with a corner kick headed away by Grimes, but a penalty has been given, and I'm going to give it to... I'm not sure. They're both not playing well, I must admit, but I'm going to give it to Hillier because he's got better penalties in comparison to his finishing. So Ryan Hillier will step up for his 4th penalty of the season, and will he slot it past the goalkeeper? He does. Hereford 1, Halifax Town 1. 17th of the season for Ryan Hillier, and he does equalise in the 11th minute, giving us some semblance of normality. Obviously the keeper did dive the right way, but thankfully did not dive quite far enough. So, throw in from Penrice. Gets it all the way into the box by the looks of things. Tomlinson looking to get the header into the back of the net. Does so beautifully as the keeper made a slight mistake coming out when he really should have stayed on the goal line waiting for a looping header. It was a very well taken throw, thrown all the way to Tomlinson. The goalkeeper was completely mispositioned, and arguably that was the goalkeeper's fault that ball went in the back of the net. But so far we now lead Hereford 2-1, and I am perfectly happy with the current results of this match. If we were to end this match 2-1, I'd be very, very happy indeed. But obviously, more goals mean more morale for the team, better ratings, better form, and as such, the players perform better in progressive matches. Of course, as I mentioned, we haven't lost since we played Harrogate, but that's not really that big of a deal at the moment. That was 3 months ago. And at half time, Halifax Town lead 2-1 against Hereford. And I'm going to point my finger and say that things are going well, but they're capable of even better. Because we beat Wilston in the last game 4-1, and they are bottom of our league. So Hereford, a team in the league below, should be losing 4 or 5-0, let alone 2-1. Penrice, free kick, gets a ball over the wall but just slightly wide of the goal. He actually has a 15 on free kick taking, which is brilliant, I must say. So that's obviously important to keep him around for a few seasons at the very least, because looking for him to take our free kicks in the number of seasons. And a penalty. Apparently we've been given away a penalty because Oyegoki's handballed it. I don't understand where he did that, because he was behind the Hereford player, but okay. And Lloyd slots the ball past our goalkeeper, and Hereford have equalised, making it 2-2. And I honestly don't understand why that was a penalty. Oyagoki did not look to get anywhere near the ball with his hand, and it just looked rather unfair to me. Oyagoki with a long throw into the box, met by the head of Hillier, and then Vincent's header just goes straight over the crossbar, and it was a very, very poor effort all round, really. And I think I know which change I'm going to be making today. First of all, I'm going to be making the change of Odi Alpha off for Justin Johnson. I'm going to be bringing off Max Robson for Guevara and then putting Guevara out on the left. And my final change will be bringing off Francis Vincent for George Nugent. And we're going to have to hope that we can get a winning goal in the last few minutes of this match, because by the looks of things it does not seem to be happening. We'll demand more of the side just for the last 5 minutes of the game. I can't remember if we had any extra time or if it was just the fact that we had a replay or not. Pope plays the ball to Naby. Naby now the ball to Duggan. Duggan plays it to McDonald, but McDonald slightly overruns it. Pope to Brown Sterling. Brown Sterling looking to get McDonald in, who thankfully shoots wide of the post, and Hereford stay just 2-2. And it is extra time, meaning we have got a chance to win today. And I'm going to thrash my eyes and say I'm far from pleased with what I've seen. We should not be drawing this match. This match should have been over and done with at half time, let alone needing to go to extra time. But with over now 100 minutes on the clock already, it still sits 2-2. Tomlinson swings in a corner, headed away by Ball, and is being chased by, I think that's Pear or Pahir, I don't know how to pronounce that name. But he gets the ball to the edge of the box now, gets a cross in, headed away by Tomlinson beautifully. McDonald now chasing the ball, plays it to Ward. Ward now gets the ball back to McDonald again, forward finding Pope. Pope looking to get a cross in again. This time Kirk heads it away, only as far as Ward. Lloyd now with a shot, but blocked by Oyagoki. Ball now with a cross, headed away by Penn Rice. McDonald now with the ball, plays it out, but finds only Guevara, who gets the ball and runs to form a counter-attack. Now inside the box, gets a shot, and it is very well struck. Halifax Town now 3-2 up, thanks to a beautiful counter-attacking goal from Guevara, and I can't fault that really. He did perfectly getting up and down that pitch. He did brilliantly to score his third goal. I'd probably admit that Hillier is probably a bit annoyed he didn't get the ball squared to him, but if the ball was back in the net, I don't think he'd mind one way or the other. And at the half-time of extra time, we do lead 3-2. And I believe we can actually make one extra substitution, so I will be doing that right now by bringing off the yellow-carded James Penrice for Oscar Terenzi, just so we can have a bit more fresh legs at the back, especially on that left side where Pope and Pahir seem to be getting past us quite easily. McDonald now the ball, passes to Naby over the top, looking for someone, I'm not sure who it was, but headed clear by Kirk. Now Hillier plays the ball for Johnson. It's a very poor pass, but it does reach him. Guevara now with the ball, runs it forward, but gets stopped. O'Neill now inside the box, but the ball is put round the post by the goalkeeper, and Hereford have given away a corner kick. Tomlinson with the corner, swinging it in and out to the near post, but headed away by Hereford. Akbontahoma now with the ball, plays it to Oyagoki, and that is the end of the highlight. With just 5 minutes left to play now, Hereford with a throw into the box, cleared by Terenzi, finds Hillier. Hillier plays it forward to Guevara now. Guevara in behind, now to O'Neill. O'Neill through on goal, shoots and scores for his 21st goal of the season, and Halifax Town are now cruising away. And I think this match is done and dusted at this point. Hereford have lost this game that they were so hopefully clinging on to with their penalty decision earlier on. But it does appear that Hereford have been defeated. And with that goal, we should be very securely into that quarter-final. Oyagoki with a long throw into the box, all the way through, and Akbontahoma, I thought that went in. I generally thought Akbontahoma scored from point-blank range with a header, but apparently no, he'd actually missed at point blank range with a header. But either way, 4-2 extra time win. I'm going to point my finger and say that was a bit of a let-off, and it really was. That game should have been over and done with in 90 minutes, not 120. And as such, they definitely need to improve against National League opposition when we play them next week, or for you in 2 hours' time. But yeah, so that's unfortunate. We did get £8,000 for it, obviously. We show lethal touch apparently by converting 4 of our 21 shots, if you say so. Everyone home apparently got man of the match, which is rather surprising, seeing as how Guevara played absolutely out of his skin in that game. And I mean, Guevara scored a goal, got an assist, and played beautiful football, but only managed to get an 8.1. That is a very, very unfair result for him. As you can see, he's been injured for a huge proportion of this season, and these last 3 games were his first 3 games where he's actually been able to have a chance at playing football. As you can see, he's progressively getting better and better in each match. So next game he should get a 9 point something. Should get 9 point something perhaps, and hopefully we could see him become back into a permanent fixture in the side. But as I mentioned, we will be playing at Southend in 2 hours' time for you. For me, it'll actually be tomorrow morning I do this video, as my voice is slowly going, and I think I need to rest it before I do any more videos. So I'll be doing Southend video tomorrow morning, followed by the FA Trophy quarter-final and Solihull Moors on Tuesday. So until then, I bid thee adieu. Goodbye.